Now, today we learn what is conical pendulum. Also, we calculate time period of conical pendulum. Now, construction. Conical pendulum consists of metal sphere. Radius of this metal sphere, it is very small. This sphere, it is connected to the support with the help of weightless and inextensible string. Conical pendulum consists of metal sphere. This metal sphere, it is known as bob, and this bob, it is connected to the rigid support with the help of string. Now, suppose we displace this bob from its equilibrium position. In this way, we displace bob from equilibrium position. And now, let us consider forces applied to the bob in such way that this bob performs circular motion in a horizontal plane. We apply force on the bob of pendulum in such way that this bob of pendulum performs circular motion. It moves along the circumference of circle in a horizontal plane. When bob is moving, when bob is performing motion, if we observe shape described by the string, then we observe this shape, it is like a cone, and therefore such pendulum, it is known as conical pendulum. When bob is moving along the circumference of circle, if we observe shape described by the string, then shape described by the string, it is like a cone. Therefore this pendulum, it is known as conical pendulum. Now we define what is time period of pendulum. Here, time taken by the bob to complete one rotation in a horizontal plane along the circular path, it is known as time period. Time taken by the bob to complete one rotation along the circumference of circle in a horizontal plane, it is known as time period of this conical pendulum. Now we calculate expression for time period of pendulum. To calculate expression for time period of pendulum, let us consider L represent length of pendulum, and suppose R, it is a radius of circular path. Suppose theta represent angular displacement. In figure, this is angular displacement, and suppose it is denoted by theta. Now let us consider P, it is any position of bob. When it is moving along the circumference of circle, consider P, it is any position. Now in this position P, we observe two different forces are acting on the bob. First force, it is known as weight of bob. This weight of bob, it is given by formula mg, and we know this weight is always acting in vertically downward direction. Two different forces are acting on the bob. First force, it is known as weight of the bob. This weight is denoted by W, and we know this is acting in vertically downward direction from the center of gravity. Weight is acting in vertically downward direction, and it is shown by this vector W. It is equal to mg. This is first force acting. Now, second force acting, it is known as tension of the string. Tension of the string, it is denoted by T, and this is second force acting on the bob, and this force, it is known as tension of the string. Now suppose we produce two different axes, axis number 1 and axis number 2. We can observe this angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Alternate angles are congruent. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, therefore measure of angle 2, it is equal to theta. Now in figure, we can observe T, it is a vector quantity, and this T, it is making an angle theta with axis number 1, and therefore we can resolve this tension of the string into two different components. First component, it is equal to T cos theta. First component, it is equal to T cos theta, and second component, it is equal to T sin theta. We resolve tension into two different components, T cos theta and T sin theta. T cos theta, this is vertical component of tension, and T sin theta, this is horizontal component of tension. Now, when bob is moving, motion of bob, it is circular, and for circular motion, we know centripetal force is very essential. This necessary centripetal force in this figure, it is provided by the horizontal component. Therefore, when bob is moving, centripetal force essential for the circular motion, it is provided by horizontal component of tension. T sin theta provides centripetal force, and suppose this is equation number 1. In figure we can observe T cos theta, it is acting in upward direction and weight is acting in vertically downward direction. These two components balances each other. Therefore, here T vertical component of tension, it is balanced by the weight, and therefore we write weight balances vertical component, and suppose this is equation number 2. Now we can use centripetal force by using formula mv square upon r. Also we can use another formula, and that is mr omega square. Therefore, now suppose we divide equation 1 by 2. Equation 1, it is divided by equation 2. Therefore, we get mr omega square, it is equal to t sin theta divided by mg. Now, here tt gets cancelled, gets cancelled, and therefore we get omega square, it is equal to g into tan theta, sin theta upon cos theta, it is equal to tan theta upon r. This is equation number 3. Taking square root of both sides, we get omega, it is equal to under root of g tan theta upon r. Now, omega, it is an angular velocity. We know if t is a time period of conical pendulum, then omega, it is equal to twice pi upon t, and therefore t, it is equal to twice pi upon omega. That is, t, it is equal to twice pi upon omega. Omega means under root of g tan theta upon r. G tan theta upon r. Now, r, it is a radius of circular path. To calculate radius of circular path, we know here measure of this angle, it is equal to theta. Therefore, now in figure we use relation opposite side upon hypotenuse, it is equal to sin theta. Sin theta, it is opposite side upon hypotenuse. Therefore, opposite side means radius of circular path upon hypotenuse, it is equal to sin theta. Hence, radius of circular path, it is equal to L sin theta. Substituting this value in equation number 4. Substituting this value in equation number 4, we get t, it is equal to twice pi under root of r, which is L sin theta upon g into tan theta. Tan theta means sin theta upon cos theta. Therefore, lastly, t, it is equal to twice pi under root of L cos theta upon g. This is expression for the time period of conical pendulum. L, it is the length of pendulum. Theta, it is the angular displacement of pendulum. In this way, time period of conical pendulum. Vertical circular motion. Today we discussed vertical circular motion. Vertical circular motion, it is example of non-uniform circular motion. Now, suppose we take a spring. and one end of string, it is kept fixed in our hand, and suppose stone is connected to the other end of string. This is string, one end of string, it is fixed at point O, and stone is connected to the other end of string. Now suppose we rotate the string in such way that stone perform motion in a vertical plane. Stone perform motion in a vertical plane. Now we observe that when stone is moving in vertically upward direction, the motion of stone, it is against gravitational field, and therefore velocity of stone goes on decreasing when it is moving in upward direction. On the other hand, when stone is moving in vertically downward direction, velocity continuously goes on increasing. Therefore, this circular motion of particle in a vertical plane, it is example of non-uniform circular motion. Now we calculate expression for tension as well as velocity. Now consider, this is initial position of stone. This position is just above the surface of earth. Stone is performing motion in a vertical plane. Now let us consider P. It is any position of stone. P, it is any position of stone when it is moving. Now suppose theta, it is an angular displacement. Theta represent angular displacement of stone when it is at position P. Now in this position P, we observe two different forces are acting on the stone. First force, it is known as weight of stone. This weight, it is given by formula M into G, where M, it is a mass of body, mass of stone connected to the string, and G, it is the acceleration due to gravity. This weight is always acting in vertically downward direction. Therefore, this weight, it is represented by this vector. Now second force acting on the string, it is the tension. Tension is denoted by T, and it is acting towards center of path. Second force acting on the string, it is a tension of the string, and tension of the string, it is denoted by T. Now suppose we produce two different axes. This is axis number 1, and suppose this is axis number 2. Now we observe angle 1, it is congruent to angle 2. We can say corresponding angles are congruent. Therefore, now in figure we have vector quantity, and that vector quantity, it is making an angle theta with one axis. Therefore, we can resolve weight into two components. We can resolve weight into two different components. First component, it is equal to mg cos of theta, and second component, it is equal to mg sin of theta. In this way, resolving weight into two different components, mg cos of theta and mg sin of theta, as shown in this figure. When object is moving along the circular path, centripetal force is very essential for the circular motion, and here difference between tension of the string and mg cos theta provide centripetal force. Therefore we write centripetal force, it is equal to T minus mg cos of theta. We know centripetal force, it is given by equation mv square upon r. Therefore T minus mg cos of theta. From this we can say T it is equal to mv square upon r plus mg cos of theta, and this is equation number 1. When object is moving along the circumference of circle in a vertical plane at top position, suppose that position it is equal to A. This is top position. At top position, string must be stretched. String must be taut, or tension in the string must be 0. In order to complete circular motion in a vertical plane, this string must be taut. At top position, tension in the string must be 0. Tension in the string must be 0. Therefore, at top position, substituting value of T is equal to 0 in equation number 1, we get T it is equal to 0, and therefore we get mv square upon r plus mg into cos of theta. Here theta it is equal to 180 degree. Therefore cos of 180 it is equal to minus 1. Hence we write mv square upon r, it is equal to mg. Therefore mm gets cancelled, and we get v square it is equal to rg, and therefore v it is equal to under root of rg. This velocity it is known as critical velocity. This velocity must be possessed by the object at top position in order to complete circular motion in a vertical plane. Now we can calculate velocity of particle at different position by using law of conservation of energy. We can calculate velocity of particle at horizontal position. Then also we can calculate velocity at bottom position. To calculate velocity at different position, we use law of conservation of energy. Total energy of particle at top position, it is exactly equal to total energy at bottom position as well as total energy at horizontal position. Now total energy means total energy it is equal to sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. 1 by 2 mv square, this is formula for the kinetic energy, and m into g into h, this is expression for potential energy. By substituting this value and using law of conservation of energy, we observe at horizontal position value of velocity it is equal to under root of thrice rg, and at bottom position velocity it is equal to under root of 5 rg. Now we calculate expression for tension. We know previously tension it is given by formula mv square upon r plus mg into cos of theta. Therefore, tension at horizontal position. To calculate tension at horizontal position, we substitute V is equal to under root of thrice Rg. Therefore, we get M into R into G into 3 upon R. Therefore, RR gets cancelled, and 3 times M into G. This is expression for tension at horizontal position. Similarly, we calculate tension at bottom position. To calculate tension of the string at bottom position, we substitute V it is equal to under root of 5 Rg plus M into G into cos of 0. For bottom position, theta it is 0. Therefore, cos 0 it is equal to 1, and hence we get T it is equal to M into 5 into R into G upon R plus M into G. Therefore, we get 6 mg. Tension in the string at bottom position it is equal to 6 mg. Therefore, when object is moving in a vertical plane, there is a maximum chance that string may break at bottom position. In this way, vertical circular motion. It is example of non-uniform circular motion. We observe velocity goes on increasing when it is moving in downward direction, and velocity goes on decreasing when object is moving in upward direction.